All right. What you're looking at is Eastern North Carolina's uh, illustration of small Guilford points, small ones. Uh, you can't tell in this camera angle, but they are small. I've got the larger, and look at this selection we're going to take a look at today. Unbelievable to me. The longest is probably this guy, this white guy, and it's about 2.5 inches long. I mean, maybe 2 inches long is the longest. And so when you see the whole group here, and I want to really highlight them today and just give you a good idea of what Eastern North Carolina's small Guilfords may look like and how they constructed them, and give a close-up on them just for fun, while many of us wait for the right conditions and the right circumstances and the right rain and water to come in so that we have somewhere to go out to check. This looks like a frame that's going to happen, as many do. But I sort of call these living frames, and I do these once in a while, as you guys know, if I can get the focus in here. So I'm going to go right around and just make a comment about some of these. A lot of Guilford rounds, a couple Guilford stem, straight bases, and a couple Guilford Yumas. So I'm going to go right around the circle. Here's a great one, found at Hidden Hill, made out of rhyolite. So at the end of this, you're going to get a good idea, if you don't know what the Guilford point is for Eastern North Carolina, you're going to get a good idea what they are, because they sure did like to use them around here. And these are all small. Like I said, this is about 1 inch to 1.25 inches right here, 1.5 inches. Little Guilford Yuma. Here's the Guilford round. They left the cortex on that. When you get close up to these little guys, it's great to see the workmanship. They had a clear purpose, and this was a recent find, and just made them. I mean, look at this piece right here. What a fine piece that was. Site 5E, never forget that. This is a great piece I found at Site 2. And look at the cortex on this. Well, actually, excuse me. The staining that I think the hafting and the sinew caused when it biodegraded, and probably took about 100, 200 years for it just to change its chemical composure there. Crazy. That's rhyolite. If it's coming in, I hope it's coming in. Just to see that. That's a good angle on it. Okay, moving on. Here's another little Guilford round. And I'm going to swing right around the circle just to show you some of the workmanship and the materials here in Eastern North Carolina. They're my best small Guilford rounds. And the funny thing is, if you can see down in this box, they come out of that one little section. Look at that section there. One little bin. For those who, and there's some new guys here that they come out of. Here we go. Look at the material on this thing. Rhyolite. I think by the end of this, I'm trying to convince you to just love the Guilford point. I already do. Some of you know that. So, but some of these have been seen, some of them haven't. They've just been so small. I definitely did not film a lot of these. And they jumped up, and you grab them up and you take a look at them, and the opportunity to film is gone already. Nice point here, found at the dunes. Look at this point, the Mecca point. Look where it was hafted. This is a stellar point right here for a Guilford round. Look at that. That's just, I mean, look at this right here. They finished it here, and that hump, they hafted that part in to leave that point. That's a nice point right there. Great illustration. And then there's this point. Found this at the Bear. Now we go to the inner circle. Another one found at the Bear, which is a really great looking point. Guilford straight base. And I'm going to jump right over here to show you this one and these two. Another one with some great material on it. This is an interesting Guilford, so I'll pick it up. Found this over at Saponi. Now, this one, and then we're on to the quartz, everybody. Look at the small relief on the back of this Guilford round. Now moving to the quartz. quartz Guilfords here, as you can see, these things are rare. And I find a lot of points, and I'm going to tell you, this is all I have, all I've ever had of the Guilford quartz. Now, I have a couple that are big, big 3 inches or what have you, maybe one that's big. But this is all I found, and you're looking at 6. So it's a rare thing for me. Some people might find a lot of crystal or a lot of quartz Guilfords. I don't. So I'll take a look at them anyway. You know, what you don't find a lot of or whatever, you sort of covet and you sort of like. Of course, we all do. But I'll give you a good show of these Guilfords in quartz. This one actually was on camera. I remember I made a video of this one. But most of them I did not. Look at this piece. Slate 7 piece. I remember that. This is a beautiful piece right here. Wasn't able to film that live. That's from the Archaic this year. And then the last one, which is from Mecca some time ago, maybe 2 years ago. Just a stellar piece. So as we finish with this, Guilford straight base, I want to thank you for tuning into Indian Trace. I just want to do a little tour of my small Guilfords. Just a beautiful dart tip. Projectile points from the North American Indians here in eastern North Carolina. What a great style they used. Can't beat it, right? Anyway, from Indian Trace and from all the way here in eastern North Carolina, if some of you guys are far away, hope you find out there.